Hey guys, we're gonna do the first of our many video lessons um, coming up today. Today we're gonna talk about the rise of dictators at the beginning of World War II. Just kind of a rehash of what you read in the PowerPoints. Hopefully you're looking at the PowerPoints and doing your work. Um, but we're going to kind of cover that and talk about it a little bit, and then talk about what you're going to be doing tomorrow, which hopefully you have some fun with. Okay. So, why did we get the rise of these dictators and other leaders at the beginning of World War II? Well, there was a lot of things going on. You had these totalitarian governments that start popping up big time, in which they tried to put the power of the state over the individual. Okay, so it was believed that the government had the best interest of the people in mind in a lot of these different places, and what they would do is suppress other opinions, suppress others' votes, suppress others' belief systems, in order to again put the goal of the government or the country over the people as a whole, because it was believed that the government had the best interests in mind. So we're going to kind of talk about the big five in Europe and in Asia during this time period that were kind of totalitarian regimes, if you will. All right. So why did this happen? Well, after World War I, a lot of different democracies are starting to pop up, but they're really weak. They're not very strong. There's a lot of people that are taking advantage of this situation to kind of push their ideas forward as well. And a lot of these people would promise an end to that Great Depression, an end to the problems going on financially and politically in these countries in order to push their kind of agenda. Okay, so let's start with Italy. In Italy, you've got Benito Mussolini, right? We talked about him, World War I, fought in World War I, was a sniper, did a really, impressive job for Italy, but was kind of disenfranchised by everything that happened during World War I. So he takes over in Italy, becomes the leader, and almost immediately invades Ethiopia. Okay? The reason this is really important is that the United Nations does nothing. Absolutely nothing is done. Uh, and then it kind of sets a precedent. Okay, Mussolini sees he's able to do this. Other countries see that he's able to do this, and other leaders, other totalitarian leaders, are going to kind of take a cue from this and do similar things. So Mussolini in Italy kind of triggers a lot of this to occur. Okay, after that, Stalin takes over in the Soviet Union. Vladimir Lenin dies. Okay, so Stalin takes over and starts enacting his own policies. A lot of them are dictatorial, a lot of them are totalitarian, and he changes Russia to the Soviet Union. All right, and the United States is actually going to eventually recognize the Soviet Union, which is going to anger a lot of the smaller countries around the Soviet Union to do things as well. All right, and that's going to become kind of an issue for some of them. Okay. Germany. Obviously, a lot of you already know about Germany. Okay. Adolf Hitler will rise to power in Germany. Now, again, Adolf Hitler is not German. He is Austrian. But he fought for the German army and is going to promise the German people a lot of things during this time period. Okay. Hitler is a fascist. He's anti-communist, okay? So that makes him a little bit special, a little bit different than some of the other totalitarian leaders, specifically different than Stalin, all right? He is going to blame the loss in World War I on the Jewish people, on their refusal to join the fight, the effort, on their refusal to give money. He is going to blame a lot of the policies that are enacted on Germany, on the Jewish people as well. And this is going to become kind of a sticking point, a corner, if you will, on his belief system, which, again, you've heard a lot about Adolf Hitler and his belief system in middle school, but we're going to talk a lot more in depth on that as we go on. So he's going to promise to make Germany its own, not only its own country, which it was, but to expand its borders, to make it larger, to make it a world power. All right, he's going to promise to end the Great Depression to people that are living there. He's going to promise to expand. He's going to promise to really make German pride a thing. And a lot of people begin to eat this up. Remember, they were punished heavily punished after World War I, both financially, politically, and ethically. And the people in Germany are looking for someone to lead them out of this situation. And Adolf Hitler, sadly, kind of fits the bill, right? He's really preaching German pride and German resistance. And this is something that the people really want during this time period. He's going to end up calling his government the Third Reich. Again, we'll get into that more in detail as we go on. But he believed that his government, his rule would last for 1,000 years. He believed that they were that strong, that dominant during this time period. Okay. Over in Spain, we've got Francisco Franco. Franco, also a fascist, very similar to Hitler in that aspect, would lead the Spanish Revolution or Spanish Civil War. It would be really important because unlike Hitler, unlike Stalin, unlike Mussolini, he's not trying to get more land. Okay? He's enacting very strict policies upon his people, but he's not trying to expand the Spanish land into new territories. All right? He's trying to stay isolated, if you will. And then finally, we've got Japan. You've got two guys there. You've got Emperor Hirohito, who the people of Japan believe is a living god, that he is actually a god on Earth, and that he is incredibly powerful because of that. All right? Along with Emperor Hirohito, you have Hideki Tojo. Tojo is the minister of Japan, and he wants to expand. Tojo and Hirohito together believe that they were really slighted after World War I, that they were not given the respect and the power that Japan has earned and should receive. And Tojo specifically is going to directly invade Manchuria. Doing that is going to trigger a whole lot of problems, a massive series of problems that we are going to get into over the next few days and really kind of kick off a lot of World War II. All right? So tomorrow I'm going to give you an assignment out of these big five, Mussolini, Stalin, Hitler, Franco, and then the combo of Hirohito and Tojo. You're going to choose one and kind of trace how did they get to this point, right? How did they link between World War I to World War II? How did they come up with these belief systems? And where are they going to go from here, right? I'm going to give you an assignment on that, and it's going to be kind of fun. You're going to do some drawing, some research, but hopefully you enjoy it, okay? A little bit different than what we normally do. Anyways, hope to see you guys again soon. Just checking in. We'll do some Google chats as we go through, but most of the video lessons will be posted this way, okay? If you've got any comments, post them on Google Classroom or message me directly. Hope you're doing well. Continue doing whatever you're doing, and I'll see everybody tomorrow probably. All right, have a good one. Later.